Okay, good morning everyone. So tayo ngayon ay nasa Term 1, Competency 5 sa ating Physical Education and Health 7 entitled Basketball, Sport-Specific Skills and Your Fitness Requirements. Okay, so short review lang tayo, no? So si basketball ay inimbento, no, ni Dr. James Naismith noong 1891 sa Springfield, Massachusetts. So yun po ay isang paraan para mapanatili ang kanyang mga estudyante na active during winter. So hindi po siya nag-start sa basketball na bola agad. So yun ay nagsimula as a simple game na ang gamit nila ay soccer ball and meron silang dalawang pitch baskets. So, ito naman daw po ay type ng unguarded shot na awarded sa player pag siya ay napa-foul. So, anong tawag doon? So, ang tawag doon ay free throw. Yan, answer ay free throw. Okay, sige, guess the word. So, ito naman yung national basketball team ng Pilipinas. So, itong team na to ay nire-representa ang ating bansa sa mga international competition tulad ng FIBA Basketball World Cup and Olympics. So, anong sagot? So, ang answer ay Gilas, Pilipinas. Okay, guess the word. Ito naman daw yung action ng pag-grab or pagkuha noong basketball after ng missed shot. So ito daw po ay crucial for both offensive and defensive play. So kasi nagbibigay ito sa sa team ng second chance para maka-score or ma-prevent yung kanilang opposing team para maka-score. So ang sagot lang naman dito ay rebounding. Yan, answer, rebounding. Okay, guess the word. Blank is an honor given to the best players in various basketball leagues in the Philippines. It recognizes the top performers in a season based on their individual and team contribution. So, ang answer po dito ay Mythical 5. Okay, ayan, sa ibaba, answer, Mythical 5. Okay, punta tayo ngayon sa basic skills in basketball. Pass. Transferring the ball to a teammate using techniques like chest pass, bounce pass, or overhead pass. It is essential for team play and ball movement. So si passing, ito ang ibig sabihin nito ay sending the ball to a teammate. So ito yung pagpapasa ng bola sa iyong teammate. So nakakatulong si passing para mag-move or gumalaw yung bola and makapag-create kayo, makagawa kayo ng chance na maka-score. Okay? So may binanggit dyang tatlong common passes. So una ay chest pass, bounce pass, and overhead pass. Okay, next I shoot. So the act of attempting to score by throwing the ball into the opponent's basket using techniques like jump shots, set shots, or free throw. So si shooting naman, ito naman yung pagbabato ng bola doon sa basket, no, para makascore ng point. Siyempre, it requires good shooting skills. Siyempre, balanced, tsaka yung proper form. Ngayon, kung magaling ka talagang mag-shoot, kung meron kang good shooting na skills at na-shot si bola, siyempre, score sa inyong team. So, may binanggit dyan, tatlong common shots. So, una ay jump shot, set shot, and free throw. Okay, next, layup, a close range shot usually taken on the move, where a player lays the ball off the backboard and into the basket. So, si layup, siya yung close range shot siya na malapit doon sa basket. So, si player, gumagawa siya ng few step, tapos he gently places the ball doon sa backboard noong basket. So, itong si layup, isa siya sa pinakamadali and isa siya sa mga pinaka-effective na paraan para makascore ng points. Next is block, a defensive move where a player deflects or stop an opponent's shot attempts, preventing them from scoring. So si block, siya naman ay defensive skills na ginagamit para mapigilan yung inyong kalaban doon sa kanyang tira, sa kanyang shot. Okay? So ang goal lang ni block ay mapigilan yung bola, no, papunta doon sa basket para hindi siya ma-shoot, no. Kumbaga parang sinusupalpal mo na siya, no, para hindi na sila makascore. Okay, so ang last basic skills natin sa basketball ay dribble. So bouncing the ball continuously with one hand while moving around the court, allowing the player to advance or maneuver while maintaining possession. Okay, pag sinabi natin dribbling, ito yung yung pagpapatalbog noong bola gamit yung isang kamay nyo while kayo ay moving. So nakakatulong si dribbling doon sa player para makagalaw siya doon sa court nang hindi nawawala yung bola sa kanilang possession. So, syempre, palaging itaas yung inyong ulo, no? Para makikita nyo kung nasan si teammates, nasan yung kalaban, no? And, syempre, gamitin ang inyong mga fingertips. And also, hindi lang dapat, hindi lang dapat yung inyong what do you call this? Kamay. Hindi lang dapat yung inyong palad. Hindi lang dapat yung inyong palm ang gamitin nyo, no? Dapat yung fingertips po para magkaroon kayo ng control doon sa bola. And yung pagpapatalbog ng bola, at least dapat waist height yung pagpapatalbog, no? Para magkaroon kayo ng better control sa kanya. And, syempre, palaging protektahan yung bola gamit ang syempre, di ba, isang bola lang naman nagpapatalbog doon sa bola. Isang kamay lang naman yung nagpapatalbog doon sa bola. So, gamitin yung other hand o kaya yung inyong body para pangharang o kaya basta anything na pwede nyo siyang ipang protekta doon sa inyong kalaban. And syempre, mag-practice para magamay nyo, maging better kayo doon sa larangang yun. Ano? Okay, so dako tayo ngayon sa subtopic 1, dribbling. Okay, dribbling is the act of bouncing the ball continuously with one hand while moving around the court. It allows player to A. Advance the ball toward the basket. B. Evade defenders. C. Create passing and shooting opportunities. So si dribbling, tulad ng sabi ko kanina, siya yung pagpapatalbog ng bola. Ano? Siya yung continuous na pagpapatalbog noong bola gamit yung ating isang kamay while tayo ay moving doon sa loob ng court. So nakakatulong itong si dribbling sa mga players para makagalaw doon sa loob ng court, papunta doon or papalapit doon sa basket. So, hinahayaan niya or nagbibigay siya ng opportunity dun sa player para ma-avoid yung defenders or yung kanilang kalaban. So, nag-create si dribbling ng chance para ma-ipass, no? Sa pass, pasok dito si passing. Na-ipass yung bola doon sa kanilang teammate. And also, si dribbling ay nag-create ng opportunities din para makashoot or makascore doon sa basket. Okay, ngayon, punta naman tayo doon sa types of dribbling. So, una, meron tayong left and right hand dribble. So, push the ball to the ground, flexing the wrist, don't look at the ball. So, etong unang type ng dribbling, si left and right hand dribble, ito yung gumagamit tayo ng ating kaliwa or yung kanang kamay para patalbugin yung bola. So, pinupush natin si ball doon sa floor gamit yung ating mga fingertips or pwede rin naman yung ating wrist. No? So, palagi, di ba, sabi ko kanina, yung bola ay hayaan na weight height yung pagpapatalbog nito para sa better control. So, wag kayong tumingin doon sa mismong bola. Ano, yung inyong mata ay itaas nyo po, no? 'Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, mag-heads up kayo, no, para nakikita nyo yung inyong kakampi, yung inyong kalaban, no? And also, pwede mo siyang i-switch. Pwedeng sa left, pwedeng sa right hand. Kung ano yung inyong gagamitin. Depende sa kung ito ay kailangan. And also, syempre, mag-practice para ma-improve yung inyong ball handling skills. Okay, ang ating second type ay crossover dribble. So, use this to change hands, keep the dribble below the knee. So, si crossover dribble, ginagamit siya pag isa-switch na yung bola from one hand to the other. So, nakakatulong siya sa mga player pagka biglaang sila ay magpapalit ng direction. And sabi dyan, kay crossover dribble, hayaan daw na si bola ay below your knees, no? Para daw magkaroon kayo ng better control. So, hayaan daw na mababa, i-bend nyo na lamang yung inyong mga tuhod, no? And also, gumamit ng mga quick and controlled movements para protektahan ang inyong bola. Okay, next, third types of dribbling is speed dribble. So, bounce the ball directly in front of your body, pushing with the right hand, then the left hand, etc. Okay? So, si speed dribble, siya ay ginagamit pag ikaw ay tumatakbo ng mabilis with the ball. So, patatalbugin nyo lang, no, si bola doon sa inyong harap, sa front of your body while kayo ay moving doon sa loob ng court. So, ipupush nyo lang pa-forward yung bola gamit yung inyong right and left hand. Basta alternate dapat sila, no? So, panatilihin na ang inyong head ay palaging nakataas para nakikita nyo yung court, nakikita nyo din yung inyong teammates and yung inyong kalaban. So, yung control sa bola, palaging panatilihin. So, palaging mag-focus doon sa control ng bola while kayo ay running para ma-avoid yung mga turnovers. And etong si speed dribble, gamitin nyo siya during fast breaks o kaya naman pag may mga open space. So, skills required in dribbling. So, first ay agility. Agility is key in dribbling to navigate through defenders. Agility drills, ladder drills, and cone drills can help learners become more agile. Okay, so si agility, ito yung ability na nakagalaw tayo ng mabilis and nakapag-change tayo ng direction. So, ito po ay nakakatulong sa atin or sa mga player para makalusot doon sa mga defenders, no? Para doon sa ating mga kalaban while tayo ay may control doon sa bola while nasa atin yung bola. So, yung pagkakaroon ng good agility, na-improve niya yung ating balance, yung ating speed, and yung ating coordination. And, try nyo na mag-practice ng ladder drills. So, may improve nito yung inyong quick footwork. And also, si cone drills naman, may improve niya yung pag-change nyo ng direction, no? So, yung regular agility training, nakakatulong siya sa player para mas maging mabilis at maging better dribblers yung isang player. Okay, next skills na required sa dribbling ay hand-eye coordination. So, dribbling requires precise control over the ball while also observing the court. So dribbling drills that focus on hand-eye coordination can be beneficial. So si hand-eye coordination, siya ay ability ng paggamit ng ating kamay and ng ating eyes together no ng sabay. Okay? So ito po ay nakakatulong para ma-control natin yung bola while watching the court. So syempre yung ating mata, so ginagamit natin siya no para makita yung ating teammates, yung ating kalaban, yung defenders, and yung mga open space na pwede nating pasukan or puntahan. Okay? Then, syempre, sa hands naman, gagamitin natin yung ating mga fingertips para ma-control yung bola while tayo ay nag-dribble, while tayo ay pinapatalbog natin yung bola. So, syempre, practicein nyo yung dribbling skills nyo kasi nakaka-improve siya ng control, ng accuracy, and ng coordination. So, yung better hand-eye coordination ay, pinapadali niya and mas nagiging effective yung ating dribbling skills. Okay, so punta tayo ngayon sa subtopic 2, passing. So, meron tayong two types of passes. So, una ay air pass. The pass travels between a person without hitting the floor. So, si air pass, ito yung pasa na nagta-travel through what? Siyempre, through air. Air pass nga ni. So, si bola, pumupunta siya directly sa inyong teammate without touching the floor, no? Hindi niya nadadampian yung floor, okay? So, ito, si air pass ay ginagamit para saan? Para sa mga quick and accurate passing. So, syempre, palagi, no? Keep your eyes always on your teammate bago mo ipasa. Kasi baka mamaya, maipasa mo saan? Doon sa kalaban, o kaya baka maipasa mo kay rep. Okay? So, gumamit ng right amount na force pag kayo ay magpapasa para maabot niya or masigurado nyo na maaabot nung pasa nyo yung inyong teammate. No? Kumbaga, hindi kapos, maaabot yung pinagpasahan nyo. Okay? So, pag kayo naman ang pinasahan ng air pass, saluhin daw po yung bola with your both hands, no? Pag kayo ay re-receive ng air pass. Okay, so ang ating second type of passes is bounce pass. So bounce pass is simply one that hits the ground on the way to the receiver. So si bounce pass, siya yung pasa na pinapatalbog muna ng isang beses doon sa floor bago ma-reach yung inyong teammate, bago makaabot doon sa inyong teammate. So si bounce pass ay useful pagka si defender ay binablock yung inyong direct pass. So si bounce pass, aim for the ball to bounce about halfway sa pagitan mo at ng iyong teammate. So dito kay bounce pass, gumagamit po ng parehas, no, both hands para mas maging strong and accurate yung inyong pasa. So tulad ng sabi ko kanina, keep your eyes on your teammate before passing kasi nga baka maipasa nyo sa kalaban o kaya naman kay rep. Okay? So practicein yung mga bounce passes para mag-improve yung accuracy and yung inyong teamwork. So next basic variations of passes is chest pass. So a chest pass is like throwing a ball directly from your chest to a teammate's chest. It's a strong and accurate way to pass the ball quickly. To do it, hold the ball close to your chest and push it forward using both hands. Okay, si chest pass, ito yung pasa kung saan binabato mo yung bola from your chest papunta doon sa iyong teammate's chest. So itong pasang ito ay mabilis, strong, and accurate pass. So paano ba gawin sa chest pass? So hawakan niyo po yung bola close doon sa inyong chest, malapit sa inyong chest ng dalawang kamay. Then mag-step forward kayo, i-push yung bola gamit yung inyong dalawang kamay, then follow through by extending your arms and pointing your thumbs down. Okay? So gamitin yung chest pass pagka ang iyong teammate ay open o kaya naman kung siya ay malapit. Bounce pass is when you make the ball bounce on the ground before your teammate catches it. So it's helpful for passing the ball around defenders or delivering it to someone far away. To do a bounce pass, aim for the floor, let the ball bounce once, and make sure it reaches your teammate's waist level. So si bounce pass, so ito yung pasa kung saan pinapatalbog muna ng isang beses, no? Yung bola doon sa floor, no? So, useful siya for passing around your defender. So, in-aim nito yung bola na mabounce doon halfway, sa pagitan mo at ng iyong teammate. So, si bola, dapat ma-reach niya yung iyong teammates ng around waist level. So, gamitin yung parehas na kamay, both hands, para mas stronger and mas accurate yung pasa, no? Then, syempre, keep your eyes on your teammates bago ipasa kasi baka kay rep maipasa o kaya naman baka doon sa kalaban. Okay, next is overhead pass. An overhead pass is a bit like tossing the ball over your head to a teammate. It's useful for sending the ball to someone far away or making a high pass over defenders. Hold the ball with both hands, extend your arms over your head, and release it with a little arc to reach your teammate. So si overhead pass, siya yung kind ng pasa na binabato from your taas ng ulo. So, above the head siya, no? So, ginagamit to pass the ball over defenders. So, etong pasa na to ay useful para sa mga long distance passes. And paano ba gawin si overhead pass? Hawakan si bola with your both hands, then itaas siya above your head. Then i-extend nyo lang yung inyong arms, then ibato yung bola toward to your teammates. So aim carefully to make the pass accurate and easy to catch. Okay, skills required in passing. So one, coordination. Passing involves hand-eye coordination and the ability to time the pass accurately to a moving teammates. So this requires good hand-eye coordination and precise timing. So ito po, daanan lang natin siya, no? Kasi nabanggit ko na siya kanina. So, si coordination, si hand-eye coordination is the ability to use our hands and our eyes together. So, ito po ay makakatulong to pass the ball accurate sa inyong teammate. Okay, second skills ay reaction time. So, quick decision making and reaction time are crucial for assessing the situation, identifying the best passing option, and executing the pass before defenders can react. So, madali lang to. Si reaction time, ito yung ability natin para mag-respond ng mabilis during the game. Okay, so nakakatulong si reaction time para ang players ay makagawa ng mabilis at smart na passing decision. Okay, third, we have speed. So quick passing can catch opponents off court and create scoring opportunities. Speed, especially in the legs and hands, is important for fast, efficient passing. Okay, si speed, ito lang naman yung pagpapasa ng bola ng mabilis. Ano? Bakit? To surprise the defense. Okay? So fast passing ay nakakatulong para makagawa or magkaroon kayo ng mas madaming chance sa pag-score. No? Nagkikreate siya ng more scoring opportunities. So, gumamit ng quick hands for accurate passes. Siyempre, gumamit din ng mga fast footwork para para magkaroon kayo ng good passing position and mag-practice ng speed while staying in control and accurate. Okay, for our subtopic 3, we have shooting. Okay, so shooting is an aspect of the game that most players are very happy to practice. So it can be practiced alone or with teammates. So ano ba si shooting? So si shooting ang main way para makascore kayo ng points during game. Okay? So it requires good aim, balance, and also proper technique. So yung regular na pagka-practice, makakatulong yun para ma-improve yung inyong accuracy, yung inyong confidence. Okay? So sabi naman dyan, sa shooting, you can practice alone, or pwede rin naman may kasama ka with your teammate. So, sabi din dyan, you should stay focused and follow through after every shot. Okay, when shooting, the learner starts in a balanced stance with their ankles, knees, and hips bent. So they should hold the ball in their shooting hand. If a learner is right-handed, they should hold the ball in the right side of their body. And if they are left-handed, they should hold it into their left side. So, starting position lang po ito, no? Proper starting position, yung binabanggit dito. So, sabi lang dyan, ay tumayo in your balance stance, okay? Yung inyong ankles, yung inyong knees, yung inyong hips ay medyo i-bent, slightly bent dapat siya. And hawakan yung bola with your shooting hand. So kung kayo ay right-handed players, syempre, hawakan yung bola doon sa right side, sa right na kamay nyo. And kung kayo ay left-handed players, hawakan nyo naman doon sa left side. No? Kung kayo ay kaliwete, sa kaliwa, yung hawak. So their shooting elbow should be bent under the ball and facing the basket. The learner's other hand should be lightly supporting the ball on the side. So bend your knees for balance and strength. So dito naman, sabi lang, keep your shooting elbow under the ball and point it toward doon sa basket. Okay, so gumamit daw ng other hand para lightly masupport yung side ng bola. And syempre, i-bend yung knees para makatulong with your balance and with your power. So palagi, na yung inyong mata ay nakatingin lamang doon sa may target bago mag-shoot. Dapat nakatingin lang doon sa may basket, no? Para alam nyo kung saan nyo iso-shoot. Then, follow through by extending your arm and snapping your wrist. So, stand with your feet a bit wider than shoulder width apart, with your shooting hands foot slightly ahead. Make sure your feet, knees, hips, shoulders, and head all face the basket. Keep your shooting hands elbow under the ball and support it with your other hand on the side. So, continuation lang to ng kanina. So, tumayo daw with your feet, shoulder width apart. Okay? So, panatilihing ang inyong shooting foot ay slightly nandoon sa front. Then, humarap kayo sa basket with your feet, with your knees, hips, shoulders, and head. Then, patilihin yung inyong shooting elbow ay nandoon sa ilalim ng bola. And gumamit ng other hand para masuportahan yung side noong bola. Okay, next is hold the ball on your shooting hand's fingertips with a small gap between your palm and the ball. Extend your legs and shooting hand in one smooth motion. Fully extend your hand and elbow up high, releasing the ball mainly from your index and middle fingers. So sabi lang naman dyan, hawakan nyo yung bola with your fingertips at hindi ng inyong palad. No, fingertips ang gagamitin natin, hindi yung ating palad. And sabi, panatilihin yung small gap between sa ating palad at doon sa bola. No, dapat may space po yan. Dapat may gap. And syempre, i-extend yung inyong legs and yung inyong shooting arm para sa one smooth motion. Then, i-release yung bola gamit yung inyong index and middle fingers. Okay? Then, finish with a high follow through. Okay, create backspin by flipping your wrist forward, allowing the ball to land softly on the rim. Remove your opposite hand just before releasing the ball. Land on both feet where you jump from, retaining balance and hold the follow through until you see if the shot goes in. So, syempre, uh, una mag-create kayo ng backspin, no? Paano? By flicking your wrist forward pag kayo ay mag-shoot. Then, gumamit ng one shooting hand, then tanggalin yung other hand bago nyo i-release yung bola. Then, aim for a soft shot, so makakapag-land yung ball doon sa rim ng maayos. Then, land on both feet in the same spot where you jump. So, syempre, keep your balance and hold your follow through until yung bola ay ma-reach yung basket. Okay, so punta tayo sa key points in shooting. So balance, high arc on the spot, high release point, backward rotation or backspin on the ball. Power comes from the legs pushing up. So sa balance, patilihin lang na yung inyong body ay steady bago and during the shot. Then, binanggit din dyan si high arc. So, ito yung pag-shoot ng ball in high curve. Ito yung pagkakaroon ng, itong pag-shoot ng ball in a high curve ay nakakaroon kayo ng better chance na makascore. Then, sunod ay high release. So, si high release, i-release mo lang yung bola above your head para hindi makuha ng defenders. Next ay backspin. So, ito yung flick your wrist to give the ball a backward spin for a softer shot. Then, sabi dyan sa last ay use your legs. So, push up with your legs to add power, not just your arms. Okay, skills required in shooting. First, we have leg strength. Strong legs are essential for power and stability when shooting. Leg exercise like squat and lunges can help improve lower body strength. So sa leg strength, ito lang naman yung yung pagkakaroon ng strong legs ay nagpo-provide sa atin, nagbibigay sa atin ng powers and ng balance pagdating natin sa shooting. So use your legs, push up with your legs to help the ball reach the basket. Then practice leg exercises. So yung squat, yung lunges, nakakatulong siya para makapag-build tayo ng mga stronger legs. And syempre stay balanced. So yung pagkakaroon ng leg strength, na-improve niya yung stability during the shot. Okay, second skills is hand-eye coordination. So, nabanggit na to kanina, hindi ko na siya babasahin. Ano lang to, no? Ito lang yung ability na magamit natin yung ating hand, yung ating eye together ng sabay, no? And yung pagkakaroon ng good hand-eye coordination, nag-lead siya sa better shooting and accuracy and consistency. Okay, next skills ay balance and stability. So, shooting accuracy relies on good balance and stability. So, core exercises like planks, balance drills, and stability exercises can improve a learner's ability to stay balanced while shooting. So, sa balance and stability, tinutulungan lang niya tayo na maging steady while we were shooting. So, yung good balance ay nakakapag-improve siya ng ating shooting skills. So, paano may improve yung ating balance? So, improve it by practicing planks, balance drills, and core exercises. Okay. Basketball game. So, ito assessment to, no? Pero, explain ko sa inyo yung game mechanics. So, sa game mechanics, so, punta tayo sa una, sa court setup. So, syempre, kailangan gumamit kayo ng standard basketball court na may dalawang hoops or may dalawang basket. Then, sunod ay game duration. So, gaano katagal? 4 na quarters. So, each quarters, naglala siya ng 5 to 7 minutes. Then, paano yung scoring? So, si scoring, una ay 2 points, yun yung regular field goal. Yung 3 points, shot yun, beyond doon sa 3-point line. Basta makikita nyo naman doon sa loob ng court na may naka-arc na linya. O doon sa labas noon, doon sa 3-point line na yun, doon malalaman kung 3-point yung inyong shot. Then, 1 point, para saan? For free throw. Then, starting the game. So, syempre, sinisimulan si basketball with the jump ball, no? So, ginagawa yon doon sa center ng court. Parang pinag-aagawan yung bola, ganun. Okay, explain natin to. rules. So una ay no physical contact. So wag natin i-push, wag natin i-shove or i-tackle yung other players. Next ay dribbling. So patalbogin yung bola while kayo ay moving. So wag mag-stop and mag-start ng dribbling ulit. So no double dribble. Okay, sunod ay traveling. So wag gumawa ng madaming steps nang hindi mo dinidribble yung bola. Then, out of bounds, if yung bola ay pumunta doon sa labas ng court, the other team gets the ball. Okay, so turnover yun. Okay, then shot clock. So, yung team ay mayroong limited time. So, 24 seconds, no, I guess, para mag-shoot. So, if the time runs out, yung other team ang makakakuha ng bola. So, ibibigay sa kanila sila na yung may possession sa bola. And, yung last bullet ay fouls. So, personal and team fouls ay counted. So, yung may mga madaming fouls ay nagbibigay sa other team ng mga free throw. So, additional rules ay substitutions. So, yung mga players, it can be replaced when the game is stopped. Okay? So, yung teams, pwede silang mag-rotate ng kanilang players. The next ay timeouts. So, each team has limited numbers of timeouts. So, ginagamit po ito para makapagpahinga yung mga players or kaya naman mag-discuss ng kanilang strategy. And dyan sa last, sabi dyan ay overtime. So, if yung score ay tie, syempre, at the end of the game, magkakaroon ng extra period sa paglalaro, no? The game continues until there is a winner. Then, syempre, hindi mawala ang sportsmanship. So, magpakita ng respect to your teammates, to your opponents, and also doon sa mga officials, sa mga referee. Maglaro fair. And you can work as a team. So, iwasan yung arguing, yung cheating, and yung mga sportsman-like behavior. Okay, so next is referees. So, yung mga referees, o kaya naman kung sa school natin gagawin yung mga teachers, so sinisigurado nila na yung rules ay nasusundan, ma-follow, and syempre they help keep the game safe and fair, and winning the game. So, the team with the most points, so syempre siya yung panalo.